Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hashtag no music, no intro. We are back on a Thursday night. I'll be honest, this is like the first break I've had all day. I have worked almost a 11-hour shift, and then we get to talk about the New Orleans Saints. Saints Block Party Podcast. We are almost in April. The countdown to the draft is upon us. All right. Excuse me. We all started reaching out to our people. Reached out to Matt Harmon last night. Texted him about the Matt Harmon episode. So that's probably going to hopefully be coming the week before the draft. We reached out to Tony Pauline, have our annual Tony Pauline episode. Our dude Scott said anniversary soon. Yes, 5 years. 5 years doing the pod. Next month is soon upon us. My last trip next Friday, flying to Colorado. Me and Jay have a little day trip. NFL showcase in Boulder. We making moves. It's continuing. See Sheduer Sanders in person. See Travis Hunter in person. We just, we doing things, bro. Like it's crazy. If you would have told us 5 fucking years ago, ain't no way.
Ain't no damn way, bro. Ain't no damn way. Just started a little episode with Tony Pauline. And,
No. So it's funny because we approaching our 5-year anniversary, and I feel like to cap it off, just feels like the Saints should just do something just crazy, bro. Just crazy, bro. Just 5 years, and it has nothing to do with us. So I just like to kind of just work us in it. This is what the whole theme of this podcast is about. Thank you, Scott. Our dude Mitch in Hawaii said, "Y'all, I'm so proud of y'all guys, man. Much love, Mitch. Proud, we got like 29 concurrent viewers on right now. Oh, by the way, speaking of that, that Colorado trip, that trip to Dallas, trip to Mobile, trip to Indianapolis, patreon.com/Saints Block Party.
For real. Please. Subscribe, like. Hey, we just hit 1,800 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's get to 2,000, man. So if y'all not subscribed, just hit the button. Just hit subscribe.
Subscribe.
Come on, man.
That's it.
That's it.
So, I tweeted this 5 days ago. Came with, again, if you're not in the Discord, you're not a Patreon, blah, blah, like, those are the people who get it first, but really put it out there to our Discord first, and then, talked about it on Twitter. And I was careful how I worded it because I didn't want to come out, but, I referenced the video from Cam Ward at the Sugar Bowl, and I just basically said, basically just what I heard, that the team would potentially want to make a move up for Cam Ward in the draft, right? Fast forward 5 days later, everything that I reported, everybody at the Miami Pro Day, you had Mickey Loomis there, you had the whole Saints contingent there, whole contingent there. I'm going to be careful how I say this, but I 100% believe, and it's what I've heard, it's not what I just believe, the New Orleans Saints are fiending like a drug addict to come away with a quarterback, first round quarterback, top 10 quarterback in this draft.
Mm-mm.
What
Fiending like a
feet? Can I get a Cam Ward? Can I get it? And I think even if they strike out and I do think they do have like a breaking point with the Titans where if their asking price is at a certain level, I think they'll have a point where they just will be like, hey, we're good. And then, but I think even now we're not 100% confirmed, but good friend and source been trying to confirm it that maybe they might be even willing to go up to number 2 with Cleveland so that they could get Sheduer and jump in front of the Giants so they could draft Sheduer. Fiending. And it's funny to me in 2 ways. One, how you feeding this bad for a quarterback in the draft when just a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, you brought Derek Carr back? Like, but in a way, doesn't it, what's the vision, bro? This really is the What's the Vision 2025 episode, really.
It really is, bro. Like, running back 2024, What's the Vision 2025? Like,
bro.
But it's like, it begs the question, like, so why go through all this with Derek Carr? Or another question is the fact that Derek Carr wants out. Is that influencing their fiendishness?
I don't think so, though. I don't think it has anything to do with it. Like the Saints organization are the biggest vibe team, bro. Like there's no long term. Like it's like what's in the moment. What is right in front of us?
Such an in the moment team, bro.
Justin Cash, shout out to the $5 super chat.
Oh, thank
you. What percentage do you give the Saints? Do you give the Saints on trading up for Ward? That's tricky to answer because one, I think they've already tried. Like I think those conversations with Tennessee have already taken place. Mm-hmm. In terms of it actually happening, I don't even know if I want to give a percentage of that. I think I will say that I am 95% sure that they will try almost everything in their power to try to go up into 1 within reason. The within reason is very subjective.
Are you talking about like Saints reasoning or? Because Saints reasoning is very different than normal reasoning.
Within reason. It's very interesting that Adam Schefter report came out. Excuse me. Right after the Cam Ward Pro Day. By the way, if you are not a Patreon, if you're not a YouTube member, Ryan and I are doing the Cam Ward Prospect of the Week episode this weekend. Patreon only. We diving deep into Cam Ward. To be fair, I've not watched a lot of Cam Ward because there's been no reason for me to watch Cam Ward.
I watched a little bit. I was like, ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
So I think I am positive they'll make every effort that they can to try to move up to 1. And I think you hit on it, and I want to say maybe it was the Sheduer Prospect of the Week episode. I don't know if this is the driving force completely, but I think it's important to know that this love affair that they have for Cam Ward had their grade on Cam Ward was in way before Kellen Moore even was hired as head coach. Like this was a scouting grade that they had on Cam Ward before they had the head coach in place. So this is this came from Jeff Ireland from the start, right? The sins of the past. The sins of the past. You talked about it on that Sheduer Sanders episode, Prospect of the Week. When he was the GM of the Dolphins, he picked Jake Long over Matt Ryan.
Yep.
He goofed. He made the wrong pick. Let's think back to the last quarterback prospect that he graded highly. Him and Sean Payton had super graded highly on his board. 2017. What did they do? These hands, they sat on them.
Sat on them. Let the board come to you.
Patrick Mahomes. They didn't go up and get him. So I'm not saying that that's a driving force, but I work with people all the time, and I understand the human psyche. You cannot tell me that's not in the back of Jeff Ireland's mind. Damn, I fucked it up. I messed it up with Matt Ryan. Shit, I sat on my hands with Patrick Mahomes. If he feels that Cam Ward is really good, I'm not saying Matt Ryan outside. I'm just saying really good. Whatever really good is. There's going to be this internal drive to be like, I can't let this happen again to me and the team. I got to go get the guy.
No question. And look, we talk about a team that will trade a future first to go get a developmental small school defensive end.
Nigga, they traded a future first round pick for Mark Ingram for a running back, Ryan.
For a running back. You talking about a team that, made traded future picks just to get like extra picks in the draft for 2022 and didn't even really know exactly who they were going to draft. You know what I'm saying? So this shouldn't be a surprise.
No.
Now, I will say this. I'm still of the believe it when I see it mindset when it comes to quarterback. Because, like I said, like we talked about plenty of times, Saints have not drafted a first-round quarterback in over 40, longer than I've been alive. And I'm old. Longer than I've been alive, they have not. The only team in the NFL that has not taken a quarterback in the first round in that stretch of time. And every year it's, they love Patrick Mahomes. Or, they like this guy, like Michael Penix, Jr. They tried to trade up, blah, blah. It's always, I tried to trade up. Oh, it was right there. Oh, it's, Mac Jones. Try to get Mac Jones. Who else? It's every year. It's always somebody. Do it. I got to see it to believe it for them to make it happen. And look, it's not on them. Like, it's out of their control, especially trying to move up to one. I mean, it's literally up to Tennessee. It's up to Tennessee. I think what we've seen so far is just reading the tea leaves. You can tell Tennessee likes Cam Ward a lot. You know, they really like him. And probably are going to draft him, but it's not that love affair. It's not that. It's not that this is our franchise quarterback. This guy's going to take us to the promised land. Because it feels that he wouldn't even be working out with the Chicago Bears. He would have been told. He would have got that message from the Titans like, "Look, we drafted you at number 1, buddy.
It's over.
Chill, rest your nerves." Chill, and we'll see you on draft day. You know what I'm saying? That's what would have been. So right now, it's still kind of up in the air. So they're listening. But I do think the offer will have to be substantial. They're gonna make you pay.
And the crazy thing is, that offer changed like within the last 2+ weeks. That changed, which is hilarious because I heard the person that was leading the charge was Dave Ziegler, Ryan. He said, "Oh,
I know these niggas.
Hey, buddy, remember me?" He said, "Oh, Mickey? Oh, I just seen this thing get fleeced in trades for 2 years. Wait, hold on, Mike. Let me cook.
I got this one. I got this.
I got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Mick. Yeah, buddy. We're gonna need three first round picks. If like it's which is hilarious because like Mickey just hired him like 2 years ago, bro.
Crazy.
Oh, that shit's hilarious.
Well, look, man, we talking about a team that was about to give up 3 for Deshaun Watson a couple years ago.
Come on, bro.
Give up 3 and pay him a gargantuan amount of money.
So, which is why people are like, no, their Saints aren't willing to trade up to number 1. Like, are you dumb? Like, are you really dumb?
This team?
Have you met him? So,
have you met these people?
So So the reason why we're really having this pod, right? Someone asked in the chat, like, if they don't trade up, if they strike out on Ward and Sanders, are they even thinking about drafting Dart at 9? I haven't gotten that indication at all. Dart does have his pro day tomorrow, but I just haven't got that indication.
I think they're having dinner with him tonight or tomorrow or something like that. The Saints.
Just haven't got that indication. But I just wanted us to have, like, because this has been the thing
Topic
that's been going
on.
Should they do?
Discord has been talking about this for 5 days straight.
Discord, Saints Report, everywhere you turn. This has been the debate, and I'm not. I understand. I understand both sides. I do. I understand both sides. So that's why I wanted to have this podcast to kind of just let's talk it out. Let's talk it all out. Talk it all out. Let's talk about, like, you know, me and you both used to listen to the podcast Conspiracy Theory, right? Mm-hmm. And it doesn't. I should say, like, it doesn't sound as like batshit crazy as it probably sounds when I say it. Like, it actually is, like, well done and whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it was light work conspiracy theories, you know.
Yeah. It was like the Bermuda Triangle, and then they gave, like, different theories and they worked through them. Like, it's not like Joe Rogan conspiracy theory bullshit.
You know, all that shit. No.
But I kind of wanted, like, to do, like, the same thing, right? So, like, the first thing let's start with the first, like, let's go down the list. So, start with the first one. Why would the Saints do the trade up this year in a weak quarterback class? They can just wait till next year in a much stronger quarterback class, and then just draft the quarterback next year and just focus on filling needs that they need this year.
You asking me?
No, I'm just saying that's what people.
I mean, well, it doesn't make sense because, one, you don't know where you're going to be picking next year, and if you're not in that range, that means you would have to trade up, which you try to do this year. And if the quarterback class is better next year, that means the price will be even steeper.
Or if the quarterbacks are better next year, that means people don't trade. They're not going to trade them.
They're not going to trade at all. Like, it's just
they're literally just not going to trade them. Like,
it won't be a price.
I used the example last year. The Raiders tried to get the Commanders to trade off the pick for Dayton Daniels. Click. The Giants tried to trade with the Patriots to get them off the pick for Drake May.
Nope.
Click. So you're banking on one being a soothsayer and a fortune teller to tell the future, and you're banking on a team picking top 3, top 5 that already has a quarterback in place, that they're not going to need a quarterback, and then the Saints going to be able to trade up with them to go, and then also, like, you're also banking that then, like, another team won't outbid the Saints to go. Like, it's like, do you know how many like pieces of the puzzle would have
variables? Yeah, it's too many variables.
What? Like, people make it seem so like, oh no, they just wait. Like, it's not. It literally is not that simple.
It's just not.
So then the thing is, and I think this is one that you kind of understand, is like, the team has so many holes that they need to address the holes, build a stronger team, and they're not in a place where they need to draft a quarterback.
Right. And, you know, that's a common one. And one I agree with for the most part. I wouldn't say I die on that hill, but, you know, like, I can really understand that point of view, because there's a certain line there. You know what I'm saying? Where, okay, first you have to look at the QB prospect you're trying to get. What are their strengths and weaknesses? What kind of quarterback am I getting? Am I getting a win with or win because of type of quarterback? You know what I'm saying? And with my current roster and the way my plan is set up now, my roster is set up now, is this roster good enough to support? Because I don't care how really good the quarterback prospect is. When they're a prospect and they're young and they're rookies, they need to be supported. It's rarely, very rarely going to come and just knock the socks off. We saw JD5 come in and do it. I've been watching football, but I've never seen a rookie season like JD5. Like it was
him,
like,
RG3.
His was even more impressive than RG3 to me because of how he performed. Like it was just the coolness, the way he adjusted through games, just the intelligence. I've never seen nothing like it. You're just not going to get that. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Like that is just such an outlier. So you can't even like expect that. So like you just you're hoping that your roster can support. And man, the Saints roster, like every time I look at it, I'm like, ooh, it's rough. It's rough. It's not terrible. It's not like the worst roster in the league, but man, it's rough. And it's and by trading up, you have less resources to build around that quarterback. So you're pretty much asking the quarterback to come in, a potential quarterback to come in and support this roster that, improvements aren't coming around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not coming quickly. Maybe they will eventually, but man, it's a risk. So I understand that. But on the flip side, you hit that quarterback right, and you hit that lottery ticket right. I mean, it just rises the tide. I mean, players that, you question start looking a little better. Wide receivers start looking a little bit better. The offensive line start looking a little better. You really start to be able to really evaluate your roster properly, So it's one of those things that's just kind of give and take depending on who you're going to get. Is Cam Ward that guy? Is he that guy?
Like I did this last night. I said, like for me, it's like they have been trying. Like these are the holes.
Ooh.
They need to build. They need to build.
Jamaican flag.
They need to build the other holes on the team before. Like that's what they've been doing, since 2020. People.
So it's like, oh, we can't give up, 2 extra first round picks. Like you don't want to give up Peyton Turner and Cesar Ruiz, like for a quarterback.
And y'all try, and I said in the Discord last night, like Brian Bresee, you could argue probably should be more of a yellow, right?
Yeah.
Nick Salaverde should be a red. So like, what like, and I get it, right? Because then it's like, well, if you trade, but what I've noticed when people talk about this, everyone talks about the trade up as if Cam Ward is going to be a bust. No one ever really talks about it as if like he actually hits, right? No one talks about that. No one says like, because if he hits and you're giving up 2026 first round pick, 2027 first round pick, I can guarantee you if he hits, it literally becomes, man, fuck those picks. Like you don't.
We good.
Like
good over there, baby. Day 2, let's go.
Like yeah, there's an emphasis that you got to hit on the day 2 picks. You got to hit on day 3. But my point is like, oh, we got to build up the team. Like they got to build up fill the holes, and they've been trying to do that. It has not worked. It literally has not worked. That's an indictment on like the 2023. Me and Dante talked about this during the Big Tail Pro Day. I probably will change Brian Bresee to a yellow. Arguably one of the worst Saints draft classes of all fucking time.
Terrible, bro. Terrible, bro.
You could argue Nick Salaverde should be red. Kendre Miller, honestly, should probably be red until he shows different. And Brian Bresee probably should be yellow. An all-time awful draft class. You look at 2020, if Zach Bond is holding that bitch up like Captain America did when he was trying to pull the helicopter down, because I know Jeff Ireland was like, I told y'all niggas he was good. I told y'all niggas he was good. Not my fault he didn't get the coaching.
And he green, but he wasn't green for us. Shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's just going back 5 drafts. You go back further than that, it don't get no better.
That's what. But so that's what. I get it. I understand. Like, there's this NFL teams and fans. I will say this: the 2026 first round pick. I'm like, kiss that bitch away. 2027, that one I understand, because then you got Jeremiah Smith, you got Ryan Williams. I get that one. I understand the hesitancy of that one, right? Because that could be a top 5 pick. That could be Jeremiah Smith. That could be Ryan Williams. I understand it.
Right. And here's the thing, like, it's a risk. It's a gamble because, like you said, what if Cam hits? Also, what if he don't? What if he gets injured or whatever?
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And so that especially that 2027 pick, that's what gives you your ability to bounce back. To, okay, we made the wrong pick with Cam Ward or whatever. Now we can bounce back. Now we can turn it around. That's why it's not as bad as it used to be. It used to be if you draft a quarterback like top 5 overall, they're a bust. That sets your franchise back for like 5 years. Like, it just sets you back. It doesn't happen no more.
Unless you're the fucking 49ers.
Yeah, but it doesn't happen anymore really because you got the rookie wage scale. You're not paying these big salaries anymore. So usually, it's like, okay, we bust. We wasted 2 years. Now we're picking top 5 again. So let's go draft another quarterback. And you just move on. But when you trade like your next 2 future picks, it's like you better hit on that quarterback, because if you don't, you can't even recover in the next 2 years. You can't even go back to the draft and try the quarterback again, or at least draft some blue chip talent or something like that. So that's the risk. It's a risk. And it's okay to, like, sometimes you got to take chances if you want to win, man. Like, sometimes you got to go for it, bro. Like, that's where I'm at with it. I'm like, look, we haven't drafted a quarterback in the first round in my lifetime. So if we're going to do it, like, let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. Is it going to be scary? Is it going to be risky? Is it going to be a gamble? Yeah, all that, man. But we're talking about football. This is a game, man. Like, you're not going to die. You know what I'm saying? So, like, gonna be all right.
Like, people treating it like it's life and death and shit. Like, oh my god,
you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. Let's just see how it play out. It'll be fun. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be interesting.
Mark said, "This is a great statement. The team is screwed far more in the long term without without Cam Ward than with."
That is true. That's a good one.
Facts. Shout out to Justin. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Leaderners, $9.99 super chat.
Oh,
we would not even be having this conversation if we took Lamar over Davenport. Yeah, go back and listen to. Go back and listen to our what is it? Like, we did an episode of, like, kind of like what went wrong with the Saints way back when. Of like what caused the team to be set back for seasons. That was like the 2018 draft was really the thing that really set them back.
Oh yeah. And look, here's another positive. If you go trade off a Ward and let's say he's just really good, just really good. Maybe, not generational or nothing like that, but just gives you really good quarterback play.
Let's say he's. I feel like this would be divisive. Let's say that he's the good version, like the 90% good version of Jordan Love.
That's a really good one right there. Like, to me, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Like, if Jordan Love, what we saw like the year before, you know what I'm saying? Like the year before when he burst on the scene, he started getting it. Like, imagine you getting that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
consistently.
Like, that's good. You can work with that. You can work with that. And here's the thing. You're not paying Derek Carr or whatever veteran 40, 50, 60 million a year. Now you're able, yes, you don't have the draft capital, that you gave up. But now you're able to start to get your economics together. You start to get your salary cap together because you're not wasting all that money on the quarterback position. So now you can, you're going to have to build your roster a different way. You got to think outside the box. The Rams went damn near 7, 8 years without a first round pick.
Yep.
They focused on their day 2 and day 3 picks. They used some of their day 2 and day 3 picks to trade for players, trade for veterans, because sometimes, okay, with a second round pick, maybe you can get a decent starter or not, but with a second round pick, sometimes you could trade for a great player.
Right.
A great player that's, going through contract issues with their team or whatever. Shoot them a second round pick. So you just going to have to think creatively on how you have to build your team. And it's going to take some scouting. It's going to take some good pro scouting and all that stuff. Do the Saints have because here's the flip side to the argument of, oh, well, the Saints been shitty at, picking players anyway, so they may as well trade them. The flip side is they're going to have to get real good at picking players if they trade those picks away, because they're going to be picking in the second and the third round, fourth round, and going to have to find starters in those rounds. You know what I'm saying? So that's the flip side, which makes it a gamble, like a big gamble.
It is. Brandon Reese said it's time to stop relying on mid-round quarterbacks. It's not even just mid-round quarterbacks. It's just at some point you have to the whole trying to be trying to go the route of at some point you can't be okay, we're gonna go Andy Dalton, we're gonna go Jameis Winston, we're gonna go Derek Carr. You have to go and get your guy. You gotta go get your guy. Full period. You just gotta go get him. And whatever the outcome is, and that's I don't know what the outcome's gonna be. I don't know if they're gonna be able to trade up to 1. I don't know if they're gonna be traded to 2. I will at least say I respect that there's some level of okay, we've been hard on them for not being able to have that self-scouting ability to last year they tried to trade up for Michael Penix. So that told me hey, they saw hey, we need a quarterback. Fast forward, very next year they're back in the same thing where it's we need a quarterback, right? They see it. Now, will it come to fruition? We'll see. The other thing I kind of want to talk to you about, 2 things. I'll start with the first thing. So let's say they strike out or train up to number 1. They can't get Cam Ward. So Daryl said, if Sheduer gets past the Giants, do you think they will trade up? If Sheduer gets past the Giants, I don't know if they need to trade up.
Right. I think he's falling like a brick.
A brick, bro. A brick.
I'm trying to think who would trade up besides us. Who would trade up to go get him?
For Sheduer, if he gets past the Giants, I can't.
Only team I can't get a read on with Sheduer is the Jets.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think they would draft him, but I have no inkling about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mitch said the Steelers. Do you realize how much the Steelers would have to?
Ooh. Oh man.
I'm about to throw in a member of Mike Tomlin's family in the trade, bro. So let's say they can't trade up to 1. Like I kind of said earlier at the beginning of the podcast, there's musings. One of them McCourty twins. Don't know which one said it. Said it on the first take. Maybe the Saints want to trade up to 2 and get in front of the Jets, or excuse me, get in front of the Giants for Sheduer. I get wanting to trade up to 1 to get Cam Ward. Get it?
I do.
Completely. Wanting to trade up to 2 for Sheduer?
Yeah. Boy, it's Sheduer to me, for me, he's just not that prospect
No, bro.
you go in.
No.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing with Cam Ward. At least with him, you could see the potential of a guy who you could win because of.
Yes.
You can see the potential there. Will he be that? Don't know. But he has the traits of a guy of, some of the Patrick Mahomes. Not saying he will ever be Patrick Mahomes. He won't be. But those traits that, like, okay, this dude has some of the creativity that could do those things. Sanders is in that. I was listening to DJ and Greg talking about it, and DJ had like these great analogies how he puts quarterbacks in certain families. Like there's the Patrick Mahomes, Brett Favre, Josh Allen family. These creative quarterbacks, physical, big arms that could do different things. And then there's like the Joe Burrow family, the processes, the accurate passes. Joe Burrow, Drew Brees, Brock Purdy, Peyton Manning, all those guys, different families. And Sanders is in that family. He's like in that Burrow type family.
You know what's funny? Just going back to that thing real quick though. Just because it was a pet peeve of mine.
Are you feeling overwhelmed by hormonal changes? If you're a woman, you're not alone. With over 1,000 hormone disruptors in our environment, it's no wonder things can feel out of balance. On top of that, natural changes like PMS, menopause, and other life stages can leave you feeling tired, irritable, and trapped in a constant battle with your body. But here's the good news. You don't have to suffer through it. Hormone Harmony by Happy Mammoth is here to help. This herbal formula fine-tunes your hormones, balancing estrogen, testosterone, and even stress hormones like cortisol, which can contribute to weight gain, racing thoughts, poor sleep, and more. With over 40,000 five-star reviews and a bottle selling every 24 seconds, the results speak for themselves. Ready to feel like yourself again? For a limited time, get 15% off your first order at happymammoth.com using code NEXTCHAPTER at checkout. Visit happymammoth.com today and get your old self back naturally.
You're a startup founder. Finding product market fit is probably your number one priority. But to land bigger customers, you also need security compliance. Obtaining your SOC 2 or ISO 27001 certification can open those big doors, but they take time and energy, pulling you away from building and shipping. That's where Vanta comes in. Vanta is the all-in-one compliance solution helping startups get audit ready and build a strong security foundation quickly and painlessly. Vanta automates the manual security tasks that slow you down, helping you streamline your audit. The platform connects you with trusted experts to build your program, auditors to get you through audits quickly, and a marketplace for essentials like pen testing. So whether you're closing your first deal or gearing up for growth, Vanta makes compliance easy. Join over 8,000 companies, including Y Combinator and Techstar startups who trust Vanta. For a limited time, get $1,000 off Vanta at vanta.com/simplify. That's VANTA.com/simplify for $1,000 off.
I feel like getting back to like scouting, I think that's just going back to whole 2017. People thought that Mahomes was just in that category of just like they saw him nothing of just you're just this, but they kind of like trivialize how much of a pocket passer, processor he really was. Because if you really go back and you watch his Texas Tech film, you take away like him winning outside the pocket and all that. He wanted to win from the pocket by like dissecting teams from the pocket. Like, yeah, he has a fucking bazooka of an arm, but like how he won was from the pocket, whatever. So anyway, yes, Sheduer is 100%.
Like there are some there's quarterbacks that win with a lot of creativity. Yes. Where there's some that win within the structure of the game. You know what I'm saying? And Sheduer is kind of a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Some are the upper echelon like Joe Burrow, and some are towards that bottom like Brock Purdy or whatever. And Sheduer Sanders is kind of like there, that Brock Purdy.
Absolutely.
It's like you need team to support that. Like, you need a lot of team to support that. You need good wide receiver, good O-line, good everything, good tight ends, good everything to support that. So like trading up picks trade away picks to go get Sheduer. I feel like cutting off your nose to spite your face. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you would get Derek Carr out the building, bro.
that's a great soul.
Like you keep bringing that up. It's like, okay,
I'll take it. I'll take it.
What I would find very fascinating and interesting. Justin said, "Do we even want Derek Carr in the same building as our future face of the franchise?" Fuck no.
I don't want that loser shit nowhere near.
No,
get it away.
No.
Get it away.
No. What I would be fascinated to know is the price the cost difference of trading up to 1 as opposed to trading up to 2.
That's what I want to know. What I want to know.
Because then it's like, all right, if we love Ward, and I've said this on our Prospect of the Week episodes, the only first round grade that they have on a quarterback is Cam Ward. So it's not news. So they be drafting Sheduer like around higher than what they have a grade on him, which probably is not the greatest thing, but I digress. But if I were to tell you, and I don't know this, but if I were to tell you, you could maybe keep 2027 first round pick and give up like 9 in 2026 first round pick to trade up to 2 to get Sheduer, as opposed to like including 2027 to go up to 1 and get Ward. Does that change your processing a little bit?
I'd do it. Like I said, I wouldn't like it, but I'd do it. I think, like, go for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't cry about 2026 first round pick. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's like, okay, I wouldn't cry about it. Especially if I could I want to keep most of my picks this year.
Absolutely. Like, if I'm James in the chat said, I'd rather add the 2027 to get Cam. I get it, bro. Cam make it move, bro. Yeah. Like
but what if you can't? Like, what if the Tennessee just like, no, we're not doing it. You ain't on. So I wouldn't mind. I'd do it. Like, I'd do it. You know what I'm saying? I'd give up 26, especially if I could keep my 2025 picks. I need my 40. I need my 71. I need it, bro. Need it.
So this is the other thing I want to talk about as we, kind of wrap up a little bit. Why does it not have
Don't forget to add.
We don't have any. That's only was like a week, I think. They're only doing them like yeah. I'll double check. They moved the time. That's weird. I don't like that. You used to be at the bottom. One thing that's just grating me, and I know people are just like using the Bears Panthers trade as a template. The amount of people in the fan base that are putting Chris Olave in these trade proposals. Yeah, we're going to trade up to number 1 and draft Cam Ward, a rookie quarterback who needs all the support that he needs. But yeah, we're going to make his starting receivers be Rashid Shaheed and Brandon Cooks. This is not. And then people are like, "Well, what are you throwing a shot at Rashid Shaheed for?" It's like, motherfuckers, this is not a shot at Rashid Shaheed. And like Wayne said, did you not just see the Panthers? Like the Panthers traded DJ Moore and then just spent 2 drafts. They drafted Jonathan Mingo, and then in the very next draft they drafted Xavier Lilligat. So they traded a weapon and then spent 2 drafts trying to recoup that weapon, and they signed Adam Thielen in free agency to try to get weapons for the young quarterback. Do you not? So going back to the whole JD5 thing with Jaden Daniels talking about the Commanders or CJ Stroud, these teams didn't trade up to get these quarterbacks, but part of the reason that helped their growth and their growth were stunted is that they came into a situation that they had a Nico Collins, they had a Terry McLaurin, that they had a guy that they could go to, and
Right.
we haven't been able to see that version of Chris Olave because he hasn't had an upper echelon quarterback to play with.
Can you imagine with Cam Ward? Cam Ward like to throw over the middle too? Come on, man.
I'm telling you, I will guarantee you, if the Saints traded up 2-1 and drafted Cam Ward, Chris Olave would have the season similarly, kind of like maybe the production's not across like exactly the same, but similar blow up season that Nico Collins had when CJ Stroud got drafted to the Texans. Because if you
100%.
look at Nico Collins' season prior to CJ Stroud, he had lesser numbers than Chris Olave did when he was playing with Andy Dalton and Jameis Winston. So he's shown it. So it's like Ben said, a word to Olave with feed families. Niggas, y'all don't even know, bro.
For real, man. For real.
So it's
I get that there's a question about Olave with the health though. Like I get the
100%.
I get the health thing, but it's just even before last year though, man. Like people just got this. Not everybody, but just like a certain section of the fan base just got like this nastiness with Olave that
It's
I just
weird,
don't understand.
Bro. It's
like
so
you talk
weird.
about a rookie wide receiver that came in and produced, like starting week 1 of his rookie year, like produced, looked good. Are there little holes in this game you could pinpoint? Yes, but like look good playing with Andy Dalton, Jameis Winston, like Derek Carr, look good, man, making plays. It's like, sure, would I like more touchdowns from him? But Pete Carmichael 1 year. Then next year we got Clint Kubiak. And it's like, come on, man. Like, at least can we see him with Kellen Moore? See what Kellen Moore got cooking for him? You know what I'm saying? Let's see him what he do with Kellen Moore. Let's see if he can stay healthy. He got 1 more year on his deal. Then you got the 50 option that has to be decided by May 1st, I believe.
Yeah, May 1st.
You know, let him play this year out. If he has a great year, okay, you got him on the 50 option. You can decide to extend him. If for whatever reason you want to move, you could trade him in 2026, or you could let him just play out the 50 option and just prove it another year or whatever. At least give you the option. But to trade him like right now would be like the worst time because one, his value is kind of low because he's coming off injury, so you're not going to get full value for him. And you're losing, like, your most productive wide receiver, which is, like, the biggest thing. It's like, what are you doing?
And, like, you're losing your most productive wide receiver, but you're also hurting and potentially stunning the growth of the rookie quarterback that you just invested potentially 3 first-round picks in. Like, we've had Matt Harmon on this podcast last year. One of the receivers that gets open in the NFL at an elite rate gets open is Chris Olave. Is that not a beneficial weapon and tool that if they were to go out and get a rookie quarterback, whether it's Cam Ward, Sheduer Sanders, whoever, do you not know how much of a safety blanket that is for someone who's like, yo, I know that if whatever, more than likely, high percentage that 12 is going to be open somewhere. I know I can maybe look and find 12 and he's going to be open. But people are wanting to like ship that out, and then like the receiver room may be Shaheed, Cooks, Bub Memes, Dante Pettis.
Let's go, baby.
A receiver,
St. Brown.
a receiver that they may draft in like round 2 or round 3, and then you're banking on that receiver being good.
When you have one that's already shown it.
Oh my God!
It's still on the rookie deal.
It makes my head hurt, bro. It makes my head hurt. I just don't want. It just makes my head hurt.
Even the Saints Twitter account tweeted out that Chris Olave highlight today. That was like even it's like because it's just crazy. It's like, come on now.
Anything else?
Saints still got like $30 million in cap space.
It's crazy, and there's still no word on that Taysom Hill pay cut.
No word,
none. Crickets.
Now a lot of people been talking about like throwing in Derek Carr into the trade the potential trade up, which is interesting. Now there's the whole thing with you would have to do it after June 1st, so you couldn't really do it. You
I mean,
could do it.
you could, but it's like it becomes like an NBA trade where it's like it's weird because like you could do it, but like he can't officially like be traded then, or it's like I guess the pick part of the trade could be done,
Yeah,
and then it's like said like, hey, the Derek Carr part is like gonna happen, but it won't be official until
yeah,
June 1st. Basically,
Right.
It would have to be done that way.
right. And of course, he would have to waive his no trade clause, which is
Thanks.
just pisses me off every time I think about it.
Thanks, Dennis and Mickey.
So I honestly I do think even if it did happen, the Cam Ward trade or Sheduer trade, I don't think Derek Carr would be included in the trade. But I do think it would increase the likelihood of him being moved at some point. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like being
I don't know,
released
man.
or traded or whatever.
Maybe Tennessee would want him because if Tennessee's moving to 9, that means that they would probably be out the quarterback market unless they went crazy and went like dart at 9. Like I think they would be out the quarterback
Kirk
market
Cousins.
or something. Who knows?
Because it sounds like Kirk Cousins is waiting until after the draft because he wants to confirm, that the team doesn't draft somebody. But yeah, I just don't like if somebody asks me the percentage of like what I think Tennessee would do, it's still low to me because I just don't think Tennessee wants to move that far down. Like I think they would be more likely to trade with the Giants or something like that because they'll still be in the range of getting Travis Hunter or Carter or whatever, maybe even Sheduer. But I don't think they would like move to 9, bro. Like you miss out on all the elite players.
They move to move to 9. That tells me that they got an offer from the Saints that they couldn't refuse, and that would be terrifying.
Boy, when we see that cause hit, gonna put that Ricky Williams trade to shame, boy.
Hold on, do I have it? Let's see.
What? Ricky Williams trade?
No. This.
That Silver's just not just.
Oh my God!
Where the leap pop up, boy.
Bro, my pass out, bro. Somebody might pass out on the live stream, bro.
And I just know I'm gonna see. I know I'm gonna see that for the lead that night, bro. I just know it, man. Maybe not at 1, but them niggas there, bro.
It might not be a 1 because I think Dave's they're gonna try a little too hard, bro. Like I think he tried a little too hard to take Mickey to town, and Mickey like, I don't know who you think you are, but two is interesting to me.
Yeah, it is because it's like, and I don't know the Browns' plans really. But
Right.
the one thing that keeps sticking with me is Myles Garrett was on some podcast after he had signed that big deal, and he was talking about how they made him feel comfortable because they told him the plan that they have going forward. And he's like, the plan made him real happy. It's like everybody was just speculating, like, are they getting Sheduer, or they getting Cam Ward, or they getting Kirk Cousins or whatever. We don't know. But I just keep thinking about that. Like, what do they have planned at the quarterback position? It ain't Kenny Pickett. You know what I'm saying? That's not the plan. Nope. So it's like, Russell Wilson? He's gone to the Giants. Aaron Rodgers, they had no connection with the Browns and Aaron Rodgers whatsoever. So I don't know. I don't know what that plan is. So, but I mean, if it's Kirk Cousins, move him down to 9 wouldn't be too bad for them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they want to get picks. Andrew Barry is a very analytics type, get the picks type guy. You know what I'm saying? So maybe, he would look at it like, man, let's just get all the picks for next year we can. Because next year come around, Deshaun Watson, we get him out of here, and we can go get our quarterback next year. I don't know.
Because the way you would have to look at it if you're the other teams on this other side of things, if you're not the Saints, if you're the Titans, if you're the Browns, is that you would have to bet on this. You would have to bet against the Saints, just like Howie Roseman did.
Exactly.
You say, okay, you come up and you get your quarterback. You come up and you get your Cam Ward. You come up and you get your Sheduer Sanders. The GM is still Mickey Loomis. So even if you have the quarterback in place, even if you have the head coach in place, I know y'all gonna fuck it up somehow anyway.
Right.
So
and NFL teams grade every other NFL team. They have a grade on every player, on every player that's on the Saints roster, and they probably look at their roster like, ooh. I mean, the Vegas Lions just came out. The Saints at 5.5. 5.5, bro. Lower than last year. Last year there was at least 7.5. 5.5, bro. Wins.
You taking the over or under on that?
I was thinking about that, man.
I'll wait till after the draft and have a
bet. Yeah, I gotta wait. I gotta let the rest of the offseason play out. Right now, I say they don't take a quarterback. They don't take a quarterback at all this draft, and they draft whoever. I think I might take the under on that, bro. I think I might take the under. I'm just sorry, bro.
These men said they ain't no ain't nobody coming to fix this, bro.
I think they'll win probably 5 games, 6 maybe.
Ooh.
Derek Carr again? A disgruntled Derek Carr? Like, not even a motivated Derek Carr?
If they win 5 or 6 with Carr, I don't know how Mickey survives that, bro. I have no idea how he survives that, man. No idea. No clue.
Give me hope.
Brandon said, if we're going to only win 5 games, we better off with a rookie compared to sticking with Carr. 100% agree. I mean, at that point, just start Spencer to see maybe what you got. At that point. TCS said, I have a feeling the Saints may actually one-up the Mavs with a possible trade for number 2. No, not that. We'll clown Mickey all day long. No, not that bad. That was a colossal fuck up. Justin said the Browns gonna hang up the phone just because we didn't save them from Deshaun. Well,
they had him in the bag, bro. Y'all the one came scooped up in there. Yeah. We gonna guarantee you a whole contract. We gonna guarantee that
$40 million. Thanks, because this podcast we be talking about who knows at this point, bro. Wouldn't be the Saints. Guarantee that.
All type of shit. MCU.
As we wrap this up, do you think that it happens? Do you think that they'll trade up to 1, trade up to 2 to get a quarterback?
To 2.
Oh, you froze.
Oh shit! My connection dropped. Hold up.
No, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah, you go.
To 2, to 1, I don't think it happens. I just don't think it happens. I think the Titans are gonna take Cam Ward at the end of the day. That 2 calling me though, bro. That Cleveland Browns. I think that might happen, bro. I don't know why. I can't shake it, man. I think that might happen for Sheduer.
You could sell me on 9 and a 2026 first round pick to 2. Anything more maybe throw in a 2026 third. Anything more than that, bruh, for Sheduer, I start making some really gross faces. Some really gross faces.
Gross.
Not 9 2026 first round pick, 2026 third round pick they keep 40, they keep 71, they keep pretty much the bulk of their 2025 draft class. I'll even throw you like some filler, 5th round pick in this year's whatever, right? Sure, but you start throwing in like if they want like 40, they want 71. Nah. Brandon said, imagine if Goodell gets on the stage and says the Saints and the Titans traded places. Pass out, bro.
Boy.
Because we were talking about in the Discord, like if we would prefer it to happen before the draft, or like during the draft, for like before the draft, so we could like process it, blah blah blah, or like during the draft, so like it's fresh, give us like the content, blah 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 blah.
I want the emotions. I want the raw emotions, bro. So, I want to see Dante. I want to see everybody, bro.
Mark, I need you. So just so you know, Mark, I need you to have your Canon camera. Bring it to the meetup because like mine's gonna be preoccupied with the live stream. So I need you to have your backup camera just in case, and just have it ready. Because if that Florida leak pop up, bruh, go to one. I might spill my drink, bruh.
The margarita, bro. Oh Jesus!
But anyhow, we'll see what happens, man. Like we will see what happens. But we have as the draft season, thankfully, is almost close to being over.
Thank God!
Thank God! So ready for this to be over. Been a very fun draft season, but I'm
it's long.
Drafted out. I'm drafted out. But we will be back this weekend. Speaking of Cam Ward, we're going to do our Cam Ward Prospect of the Week episode. I'm going to, dig in. I'm trying to aim to do it on Sunday. So it gives me Saturday to really dig into him. Sunday morning, really dig into him. Sports Highlight says, what if it does happen, should we be expecting the move to happen in the next 2 weeks? I have no idea, bro. I literally have no idea. No clue. Yeah, so we'll aim to do the Prospect of the Week for Cam Ward on Sunday morning, our usual time, which is like 7 a.m. Pacific time, which is like 9:30 a.m. Central time. So patreon.com/SaintsBlockParty, or be a YouTube member when we'll be doing that episode. And then we got a lot of things coming in April. Matt Harmon, a Reception Perception, Tony Pauline, Sports Kita, doing our annual episode talking draft. So we got a lot of content coming. We are going to, me going out representing next Friday, flying out Thursday, flying out to Denver, going to be in Boulder for Colorado's Pro Day, NFL Showcase. All 32 teams will be there. The entire Saints contingent, I was told, will also be there. Boop.
Binoculars, camera. Gotta look for Coach Teefs. Who you talking to?
Jake said Matt Waldman win. Oh no, Ryan will reach out. We might save the Matt one for post draft.
Post draft. So we could dig into what we got.
We'll say
Greg
Matt
Cassell,
Yep.
After the draft.
Yep. Greg Cassell post draft, Matt Waldman post draft. Maybe have Ryan reach out to Cynthia Freeland. Maybe we can get her on.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, get her on pre-draft. With kind of going on her stats and stuff. So, anyway, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll be back Sunday morning. Cam Ward Prospect of the Week, digging into Cam Ward as a prospect, and we will be back. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. With that, we are out.
Peace.
At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Ranked #1 in innovation for 10 consecutive years, and number 2 among public universities for employability. ASU isn't just ahead of the curve, it's creating new paths to success. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online, that's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.